Welcome everyone to the show. We are live for the Red Sox Racing Series GT4 Series Championship night set to get underway, and it is from the famous Daytona International Speedway. What should be a fantastic race. These drivers out here on the course know this track really well. Not only do they know it from the GT4 series, but everybody has at least practiced here because this is one of the most famous road courses that everybody wants to get a win at. And you can see sun is slowly starting to rise, so that's going to be pretty cool to watch out for as this race continues. And we're going to see from light or darkness to light, so that's pretty neat. Only 30 minutes of racing action, so the time is sped up a little bit to make the sun rise. And tonight's race is going to be pretty important. It's very interesting, especially for drivers like Ross Booth, and not only him, the newcomer to the series, James Allard, who Cameron Bidwell, not James Allard, has a great shot at winning his championship. Looking at the point standings, right now, Ross Booth would be your point sitter with Cameron Bidwell second. Cameron currently only, like 7 points behind, I believe is what I've seen. And so what needs to happen? I want to try to explain this. We're going to try to keep it. It's going to be hard for us with points being so close. Cameron has a shot at the championship if he scores the maximum amount of points, which is 49. And Ross finishes outside the top 5, which is 41 points or less. With that said, Ross needs to score at least 43 points, which is the top 3, without penalties or bonuses to clinch the overall championship, regardless of what anybody else does. So, if Cameron goes out and wins this race and Ross finishes outside the top 3, without penalties, that is, he would lose the championship. So if he finishes 4th without penalties, Cameron wins the race, it's over. Cameron will win. If Ross finishes outside the top 5 with penalties, or without penalties, there you go, he would still lose. So really, basically, Ross has to finish in the top 3, and he's got a good chance of doing that. But there is a familiar face in the field tonight. Joe Burchett has showed back up here for the last race of the season in the GT4s, and he's going to be very fun to watch. He's very new to the GT4. He's never raced it before, so he wanted to come over here and show these guys support and get in a race with them. He said he absolutely loves racing the Red Sox Racing Series. He said it's one of his favorite leagues to race. Of course, he's normally in the GT4 series, but he wanted to make a debut in the he's normally in the GTE series, but wants to make a GT4 series start. Cameron Bidwell jumps up to the top of the board. So we got qualified underway right now, and it's going to be a tasty one. Ever so slightly, that position qualifying going to mean something here a little bit at Daytona as we get ready to actually end qualify. Got about a minute left, so Ross is going to have time for 2 laps here as he works out of turn 4. Going to have a little bit of toe down the straightaway, so we'll see if this is good enough. He needs to beat a 53.855. That's his best lap, so we'll see if he's able to cross the start-finish line. And he does not that time, but it was close. So we'll see how he does here on his final lap here. By the way, I want to welcome everybody to ESPN. I am your host, Adam Chapman, who literally broadcasts about every night for these guys. And apparently, never mind, I can't say that. Working through the infield section of the road course right now. As you see, Ross getting ground. I believe that was the number 10 car that I just seen getting past. I cannot tell if that's what it was. Oh, we got somebody wrecking up in front of him. That's the number 18 car he got around. I apologize. Got a lot of good drivers in here. The very last race of the season. I think these guys are going to be taking a small break after this season's concluded. About a month and a half, whatever it is. We're still waiting to get the exact word. But love broadcasting these guys. Probably one of my top favorite leagues to broadcast. And they always put on a great show. Very respectful, not only to us at ESPN and the broadcaster here, and especially to me. As Ross going to shut the car off, so he's not going to be happy with that lap. But not only is he really, not only are they really respectful to me, but they also are very respectful on the track with each other. Haven't heard of a lot of drama stuff that's happening here, which I absolutely love. That to me is what makes this league so good. That's why they've been around for as long as they have. As you see Mark Wilson working through the bus stop here at Daytona International Speedway, coming back up onto the big part of the track. How about NASCAR making the announcement that they will be racing here, which is going to make things pretty interesting. I've always wanted to see that happen. We're going to finally get to see it, but of course now tonight we're racing cars that are meant to race here. Let's just be honest. So we'll see how these guys put on a show. Mark Wilson coming to the stripe, and I lied. He's going to go down pit lane. Speaking of which, guys have to hit pit lane, and I absolutely love that Dwayne McCarthy, number 16. That's pretty cool looking. But these guys are going to have to hit pit road at least one time, as McCarthy puts down a 156.720. I think that might be it. Joe Burchett going to jump up? No, he's going to stay in second with that P2 of a 153.681 best time for him. So still not a bad lap by any means. As that will get us ready, guys, here for the final race of the season for the Red Sox Racing Series. Very much looking forward to it. And I hope everybody else is too. Give us a thumbs up and a like and comment and all that good stuff on the Facebook and the YouTube page. And I just realized, guys, I forgot to take the logo down. So y'all guys did not see qualifying at all. Sorry, it happens. Also, real quick, I want to thank the NotYourAverageGreen.com for their awesome sponsorship once again this season. They are a veteran-owned company. Absolutely fantastic decor for like your house or anybody that has served or anything like that. It's really a great thing. Even the Red Sox actually has a page over there this series at NotYourAverageGrade.com/racing league, or you can just go to NotYourAverageGrade.com and check them out. And once again, they got some fantastic items over there. If like you served in military or especially the Navy, they got a lot of cool stuff like that. So they might be able to customize some of this other stuff to like different stuff too. I'm not sure how that all works, but either way, shout out to them for their awesome sponsorship. Make sure you check them out, NotYourAverageGrade.com. We'll talk a little bit about them here in just a few moments, but we're ready to get this one underway. Let's take a look here at your starting grid here for tonight's race. There you go, Cameron Bidwell. By the way, thanks to SDK Gaming for the awesome overlay that we use here for our road side of things. There you see who's all in the top 12. Terry Dahl going to be rolling off in 12th. Paul Gibson actually done pretty well this year. I think he's a solid top 8 or 9 every week, I believe. But there's some hammers in this one. We're starting on the back stretch, by the way, but there is some hammers. Look at that field. That's just your top 12. That is, whew, that's tough. And then there you go from 14th on back. I mean, even back here, some really good drivers. You got like Ed Sutcliffe, Bill Pawlucki, John Casilniak, Christopher Jimenez, Kevin Kyle, William Cabela, Les Turner back there. Look, James Prostel, who drives one of my favorite paints and does a great job usually. So we'll see how he does. This track is familiar with everybody. So, I mean, this should be a very tight race, I think, for the most part, all season. Or all race style tonight. So, we'll see. As we get ready to roll off, by the way, I want to just let everybody else know that tonight a new series will begin. The Strictly Stock Series, sponsored by the Badass Customs Todd Gaming page, will be live. And, sorry about that, guys. Got storms in my area, so hopefully we don't have any kind of issues with that. It should balance out. Just give it a minute. Anyway, want to shout them out, and hopefully we'll be live. Hopefully they got enough participation. We're a little bit worried about that tonight, but hopefully we'll be live here soon after this race, and they will start their season off tonight, I believe, for the Daytona Duels. Here we go. Cameron Bidwell, Joe Burchett up on the front row, and yes, Joe, I said your name correctly. Ross Booth, Tommy Rye. Boy, them three names, not throwing Cameron under a bus by any means, but them three names, you can throw David Barry there, Mark Wilson, Dave Hill underneath the same bus as well. They're very familiar with each other. These guys have battled in the GTE series prior to this season And they know how to race around each other. Always really respectful. So here we go. From dark till daylight, you can see the sun rise at the pace truck. Pull it off onto the Daytona onto the Daytona pit road. Green flag set to wave, and the green flag is out. We're racing here live from Daytona International Speedway Championship night here from Daytona. As the lights are flashed up in the crowd, this is probably the most I've ever seen this stadium packed for a road race. But hey, by all means, go ahead. Really close racing right there for second place. Already Ross Booth taking a shot. Joe Burchett getting loose. And early on, Joe Burchett going to be out of this one. And he will probably just tow, I would imagine. He's going to keep running. We'll see. I don't know what happened. It looked like he just got loose. Cold tires. May have to back this up just a little bit. We'll try to get back live as quick as we can. Here's a look at the replay. Cold tires goes outside wide. Yep, overcorrects just a little bit. There you go. Back live. Cameron Bidwell, Ross Booth, Tommy Ryan, 1, 2, 3 right now with David Berry, Mark Wilson, top 5. Not only that, we just had another issue. Big issues back here towards the back. Terry Dahl having some trouble. Christopher Jimenez having trouble as well. Here's Terry Dahl. Let's see if we can find him. There you go. And that number 53 gets a little bit of help from the 72 of Christopher Jimenez. And you see Christopher sitting there. Definitely did not mean to get into the back of him. That's why he basically stopped and waited. And he will roll. Tough break for 3 very good drivers early in this race. Now, keep in mind, we're going to be keeping an eye on the off tracks in this race. Right there, you see Cameron Bidwell already has one off track. That is big. And he got the slowdown penalty. He's going to be dropping back a little bit. This is exactly what Ross Booth needed to happen. That I didn't think we'd have so much action in the first lap, I'll be honest. Wow. Cameron Bidwell. How about Tommy Ryan up front, battling for the lead? Tommy has, I don't think he's got a win this season in the GT4. Hasn't really ran the see some shot of Lester tonight? You betcha. There he is. Hasn't really ran that great this season, however. Sorry, talking about Tommy Ryan. Trying to actually find out the stats, and I don't think I have how many top 5s he's got or how many wins. Might just give me just a second, and I will check somewhere. By the way, there is Les right there on your screen. There goes Tommy's 5th in points. Did Tommy win? I can't remember. No, he did not. He has not won a race. He does have a few top 5s, just hasn't won a race. Guys want to ride on board? Oh, just had an issue. We're going to hop over to that real quick. We'll come back to Les here in just a moment. Give me just a second. John Kashuniak having trouble here in the 04 car. Very tough corner right here, and it looks like he's just going to, overdrives into the corner. Man, there's a lot of issues being done right now. I've heard a lot of issues about this car in general. Now, this car is new to us here on ESPN and new to iRacing. Give me your guys' thoughts on this car. Are you a fan of the GT4? Personally, and this is my personal opinion, if we ride on board with Les Turner and you guys can get an idea of how he drives the car, I'm not the biggest fan of the GT4s. Like, honestly, I mean, they're fun to watch. But as far as driving them, I don't know. These things do not slow down or turn the way you would expect. And I'm not the greatest road racer anyway, but still. So we're watching Les Turner right now. We'll watch him for a moment here before we jump back up. I do want to mention that Ross Booth just got back around Tommy Ryan for P1 just a moment ago. And here is that pass right there. See Tommy going out a little wide. Now, did Cameron Bidwell have another off track here? He did not. One thing I noticed, though, Ross went a little wide himself, and it kind of sent Tommy out a little wide. Definitely wasn't intentional. So while that's going on, actually we'll stay with this just for a moment here. We could have a pass here possibly with a little bit of toad on the oval turns 1 and 2 right now. Maybe going into the bus stop. We'll see. Here comes the run from Tommy Ryan with that toe help. A lot of drafting goes on in this place. That's one thing about this place. A lot of people is going to see a lot of. You're going to have a lot of drafting. Tommy's going to wait till after the bus stop to try to get a run here on the Ross Booth number 6 car. I don't think you got off track. That's one thing Ross is going to have to be very careful of. That bus stop will have a lot of issues. As you see Tommy looking to the outside, Ross going to guard the inside right now. But that's one thing that is going to have issues. That interloop or bus stop or whatever you want to call it, very easily can get off track. Oh, sorry guys. Once again, weather in my area. It happens. Tommy Ryan, by the way, taking the lead. Going to go out way wide here in turn 1. Almost gets ran into from Cameron Bidwell, who's under attack now from teammate Paul Gibson. And it looks like everybody gets single file here once again. A little bit further back in the field. Let's check it. I love this car, by the way. Mark Wilson's driving. That chrome number 323 car. And, of course, got to check out my favorite paint scheme. James Prostel Jr. You see him down at the bottom left. Very cool looking scheme, by the way. He drives. I didn't realize he put a Michigan plate. Once again, guys, the lag is on my end. We got some very hard weather. We just had a big issue, I think, here. What happened to Cameron Bidwell? Cameron Bidwell is parked up against the fence, and that is a championship. Now, did it blink? I don't know if we actually got to see it. Oh, Paul Gibson got into him a little bit. Now, them are teammates, so probably not going over well right now. Once again, the lag is on my end, guys. We have some severe weather actually hitting right now, so we're good for now. Hopefully we stay good. Tough break there for Cameron Bidwell. That's going to knock him all the way back to 9th. That man started up in the front row on P1. He is back to 10th place. And here's Paul Gibson running the apron right now, and he's got some issues here as well. That's why he's on the apron. Oh. He may be bringing that car to pit road. Yeah, he's going to bring it to pit road. Wow. Back up, and Ross Booth may have just got the off track. No, I seen dirt kick up, and it did not. Got to tell you guys a funny story about Daytona, and it's more about me and my team. So I race for Overtake Motorsports. I'm the co-owner of Overtake Motorsports, and we run a lot of the endurance races. Haven't the last couple years, but anyway, we usually do pretty well at them. Funny story, a couple years ago, Joe Burchett was in the car, and we got all the way up to P1. He took us up there. We made a switch to a teammate. And I'm not going to call the teammate out because he's not a teammate anymore, so I'm not going to call him out. However, we was up by 4 laps over the field, going into turn number 1 or 2, and there is dirt that lays on the track because the dynamic track surface that iRacing has, dirt can lay on the track. And well, the teammate got kind of bored because it's a 24-hour race, and he decided to clean the track off. And iRacing in its realism effects, and very realism at night especially, he decided to spin the car while trying to clean the track off. Don't ask why he was trying to clean the track off. I don't know. But anyway, long story short, we didn't win the Daytona 24 when we should have. We literally had like 7 hours left or so, 8 hours left. I don't know, maybe a little bit more. And, well, that didn't work out. Anyway, up front for the lead. What I'm trying to say is, my point is, I seen turn 1 getting some dirt on it a minute ago. As you see Ross Booth putting the pass back on. We're going to see this a lot, by the way, here with that draft, and that's why pit road is going to be so important. It's interesting watching Tommy how wide he goes in turn one, by the way, to cut it short. Look at that. What a move. And that's why I was talking about the dirt. You kind of see the dust kick up on the track a little bit. That's why it made me think of that story. Terry Dawes continued to work his way back up through the field after being back in last after that long time, after getting spun on lap 1. He is now back up to P12. No problem. We'll definitely check in on him, though. Yeah, Levi, it was not good, man. Needless to say, the driver's not with us anymore. And maybe that's why, I don't know. Things haven't been right ever since that day. There's Les Turner, by the way, going around Dwayne McCarthy. McCarthy ran off the track, so Les able to take that spot away. Yeah, it's a nice paint scheme. I'm a fan of it as well. Once again, guys, make sure you guys go over and check out NotYourAverageGreen.com. It's K-N-O-T, and sorry about the little lag there again. Not Your Average Green, KNOT.com. Check them out. Veteran-owned company. The guy that actually runs it is still in the military and does a fantastic job of running it. Does a lot of the home decor. So if you got a member in the military, go over and check it out. It's a lot of like little gifts and stuff that you can add to the house and stuff like that. And even these guys actually have a page for the Red Sox Racing League. It's NotYourAverageGreen.com/racing league. And I actually got one of their tumbler cups, and it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that thing is awesome. Oh, tight racing up front as they work through turn 1, and Ross Booth's going to come out the other side. Very tight racing there. This actually allowed Dave Hill. You don't want that man in your mirror. I'm just going to be honest. He is running P3 right now. And then they got a pretty good battle going on behind him, but we're going to stay right now with the battle up front as Booth's still able to hold on to that top spot. Tommy Ryan still second. Dave Hill third. And as I mentioned, back and forth. This is even another fast guy. This is David Berry, who started way in the back. And no surprise. Actually, I can't remember where he started. He didn't start way in the back. I don't know where he started. Either way, he is P4. James Allard currently in P5. Robert Sneedville and Mark Wilson. And, of course, Cameron Bidwell right there, not too far behind. So, good little battle going on. But we're going to jump back up to our top spots right now and watch this number 18 car try to get a run here on Ross Booth once again as they work out oval turn number 2. And one thing I want to show you guys, if I can pop it up, as you see, there you go. There's the cars that guys are driving. One thing I have noticed is BMW over the past 2 or 3 weeks since that last update in the GT4 side of things has gotten a lot better and is more evenly matched. It was a lot of Porsche. Like the start of the season, we've seen a few BMWs. The second race, most of them was Porsche. Like, I think we had maybe 3 BMWs because that's how bad the Porsche or the BMW was set up against these cars. And now it's really evenly matched, so a lot of guys have reverted back to it. Up front, Tommy Ryan trying to lead this lap and cross the line. Should be seeing pit stops here soon. Tommy was able to lead that lap, by the way. One thing I have noticed that Tommy's doing here, and I don't know if the 6 has noticed it, in turn 1, he goes out extremely wide and then tries to undercut the 6, kind of like a crossover move of what you see. Just had an issue back here, by the way, with Kevin and Kyle going through the bus stop, and this is a very tough place. I'm going to gas right into the tire barrier. Oh, no, I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he good. So, there you go. Joe Burchett's still racing, by the way. I actually thought he was going to disconnect. He did not. He's actually running a P15 right now after starting second. Had an issue. He's very new to these cars, so. Once again, guys, following this race, we will try to be live for the Legacy Series, which is also the Strictly Street Stocks. Hopefully be live for that. Not sure the turnout, so that's one thing we're really watching and keeping an eye on. I know the league owner, Todd Chase, really wants a good turnout, so hopefully the Daytona Duels will happen. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, Badass Customs and the Todd's Gaming Page, both the sponsor of that, so we'll be watching that. Tomorrow night we'll be live once again for the return, should I say. They've had a couple weeks off. The Midwest Days of Thunder, we're going to be road racing from Watkins Glen. And that's going to be a wild race. Them guys, though, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus, but some of them guys over are new to road racing. It's going to be fun. Watch them trying to road race them cup cars around that place. So we'll be back there tomorrow. Cameron Bidwell, Robert Sneedville, side by side through turn one. Sneedville going to go a little wide. Bidwell going to take that spot away. Ed Sutcliffe, Les Turner is on pit road. Now, one thing I like to do is get an idea of how long these guys spend on pit road. That way it sets us up for the leaders on pit road. You see him sliding into his box. And we're going to be watching this entire pit stop to see. Now, Ed Sutcliffe has already left pit road, 7.78 seconds. I think Les may have got a penalty. Sutcliffe, 32 seconds. Yeah, Les got a penalty, I believe, because he is spending a lot longer. We'll keep an eye on that. He may have had an issue because he came into pit road pretty hot. So I'm wondering if there was a penalty being issued. Watch the battle up front, and not only that, you guys see it up on your screen. Penalty has been issued. Les Turner too fast on pit road. So he spent a long time there, a minute and 41. And he's bringing it in really hot. Oh, pit road could be an issue. Look at that. James Allard also coming in. Cameron Bidwell, let's see. Robert Sneedville coming in. Robert, yeah, he slowed way down. I think he may have practiced it. Same as Bill Palucky. Here's Terry Dahl. We're all 17 minutes in this one right now. Watch James Prostel, see if he brings that Porsche through pit road this time. Yes, he will. Slowing way down here. 55, I believe, is the speed limit. Actually, it might be 60. I believe it is 60 for these cars. Meanwhile, the battle up front is just not stopping. Literally side by side, lap after lap. And then back to nose to tail. All that. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to ESPN. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as we are coming up on 19 minutes in this one. Time is ticking down. Here from Daytona. Ross Booth. Oh, here they come, both of them. Ross and Tommy both hitting pit lane. This is going to be tough. Oh, Ross slowed way down. I think he's good. Now, what we're seeing, about 36 seconds. Probably not even that long. Probably about 32 seconds, I would say, would be a great pit stop. 32, 33 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on it. Tommy got in his box a little weird. There you go. Done it away. Great stop there. Ross Booth 31.42. Tommy Ryan 33. So there's a big difference. Dave Hill may be able to take second away here. James Prostel Jr. has had an issue. We will take a peek at that here in just a moment. And look at that sun rising up in the background. That's pretty awesome. Alright, here's your look at Prostel's crash. To the bus stop. Let's see what happened. Was it severe or did he just overshoot? Oh, he did spin it around. Oh, stay on the wall. Could have been worse. I mean, definitely don't want to lose much time like he did, but trying to get it pointed back in the right direction. Basically, has to wait for a long time. Tough break there. And he's actually coming back down pit lane. Not sure what's going on there. Kevin Kyle also is on pit lane. Real quick information, guys. Here you go. 79-degree track temp. Now, this track temp is going to keep getting hotter, I believe, as the sun comes up. So, keep that in mind. Don't know if it's going to affect it too much, however, but you never know. Let's do this. Yeah, let's check out the sectors here. Tommy Ryan faster in Sector 3 and 4, with Sector 1 being way faster for. I guess that kind of ain't fair, considering Ryan was leaving pit road and had a slower pit stop, so. We'll watch it this time. Let's see. Sector 1, we're going to wait. I believe Sector 1 ends like right up here around this next corner. So, there you go. 17, and right there, yeah, Hill actually has taken second. Tommy Ryan off the course. Just seen that he actually went off the track. And here's a look at that. Gets some of the dirt and goes out wide through the dirt. Yeah, so he's going to lose that spot. Dave Hill takes second away. Through turns 3 and 4. Ross Booth still leading the way. Dave Hill second now. Tommy Ryan back to third. David Berry running in P3. Or P4, I apologize. So we are coming up on the 24-minute mark here in just a few moments. Biggest mover of the race so far. Actually, is not as big as what I thought. Bill Paul Lucky. No, I apologize. Dave Hill is up 5 spots. Then Bill Paul Lucky and Robert Sneedville is up 4 spots. Paul Gibson would be the most spots lost with 12 spots, unfortunately. Looking around. On the grid right now. Les Turner, by the way, all the way back to 18th. He actually started last on purpose, by the way. He started in 19th. And he is, unfortunately, after that penalty, up to 18th. You see the pass right there. Tommy Ryan getting around Dave Hill, but he does not have a lot of time left. He's got to try to run down this Ross Booth car. Check the off tracks real quick. Ross Booth, no off tracks. So, as long as Booth does not have a problem, he is good to go. Looking around the racetrack at the moment. Look how some of these cars, like, the draft is so important here. Just looking around at it. Good to see these guys back on the track. Unfortunately, tonight, the championship race, so the season going to come to an end tonight, which is always a bittersweet thing. It's always good because we get to crown a champion and we get some time off for ourselves and for these guys as well. I know they want it as well. Not only that, it's kind of a bitter feeling because the season does come to an end. And like I said, one of my favorite leagues to broadcast, or at least definitely top 2 to broadcast. Love the amount of respect these guys always give for everybody. And right now, Ross Booth's looking to win another championship in here in the Red Sox Racing Series. As long as nothing happens in the next 4 minutes, he will do so. But can he win the race? That's going to be the big thing. It's a nice looking car. Let me see if we can get a close on this. It's Ed Sutcliffe. I like that. Love that blue. I'm not going to lie, that thing absolutely shines as the sun's coming up. That is a great looking paint. Of course, you got right here Mark Wilson's car, that Porsche, chromed out. But right now, everybody's chasing Ross Booth at the moment. And really, even if Ross Booth had an off track, it really wouldn't hurt him right now. He is flawless here tonight. Ross Booth works through turn 1. There's Tommy Ryan. See the distance kind of separating them a little bit here. 1.9 seconds is the gap. Let's actually switch this to interval. Let's see if we got another battle. There is a battle back here with David Barry and Robert Sneedville right here on your screen. Sneedville trying to take away the 6th position from Barry. These two guys have been running around each other quite a bit tonight, honestly, as they work through the road section of the Daytona International Road Course. Home of the Daytona 24, by the way, and everybody wants to win that here on iRacing, I promise. I've yet to meet somebody that says they don't really care if they won it or not. Everybody I've met has at least raced in it or wanted to race in it. As we are coming up on the white flag lap next time by for Ross Booth. Right now we are going to watch this battle back here. Never mind. I thought we actually had something going on. I lied. Joe Burchett, battle Ed Sutcliffe. This would be for James Allard, by the way, just made a pass for 7th place on Robert Sneedville. Christopher Jimenez passed William Cabela for 15th. And this is Joe Burchett trying to pass for 11th as they work through the Interlooper bus stop. Still love that paint. That blue stands out, and that is for 11th place, and Sutcliffe's just going to let him have it. Up front, however, for the final lap here of the Red Sox Racing Series GT4 league this season. Just had an issue on the racetrack with William Cabela through the bus stop late in this one. And unfortunately, we have all done that. Ugh. That's got to make him sick to his stomach, though. Ross Booth working through the back section of the racetrack, or about to work through the back section of the racetrack. Or is working through the back section of the racetrack. 0X. So no off tracks for him, but he does still have the bus stop one more time as he looks to try to go another championship here for the Red Sox Racing Series. And he may have got off track there. I'm not going to lie. That was close. Did he get one? No, he did not. Say hello to your 2020 GT4 Series champion. As the sun is rising at Daytona, Ross Booth's going to be lifting another trophy here in the Red Sox Racing Series. And not only that, he's going to win another championship here tonight. Ross Booth picks up the win at Daytona and the championship. Tommy Ryan second. Dave Hill going to manage a third place finish. Cameron Bidwell does work his way all the way back up to P4, maybe? P4. Mark Wilson fifth. David Berry still working on the back section of the track. Actually, coming to the start-finish line, should I say. He's going to finish in 6th. James Allard 7th. Bill Pawlucki going to finish in 8th. Not bad for Bill. Robert Sneedville. Oh, getting past. I think Robert might be out of gas. And Sneedville going to finish in further back. Terry Dahl actually going to finish in P10 or P9. Joe Burchett finishes P10. But your winner, right here on your screen. We're going to talk to him here in just a moment. Here tonight. Fantastic run by all these guys once again. But once again, another championship here for one of the best to do it. And one thing these guys do have to do every week, you see him still going around the racetrack. A lot of guys normally pull off for such and such, but you have to make sure you go all the way around. You see Cameron Bidwell coming up congratulating the champion this season. Both them guys, either one of them deserved it, honestly. Ross did a great job in the GT4. But you see these guys all going around the racetrack. Nobody wants to get penalized, or nobody wants to get penalized. Some guys might not care so much now since the race, since the season's over. But you never know; it might matter, and the point situation could stop you from having the top 5, top 10 in the points. So, all right. With that said, we'll wait for some guys to start moving in here on the course, or here on Discord, and we'll talk to them. See Joe flashing his lights at Ross here, congratulating him as Ross going to celebrate at Daytona like we've seen plenty of other drivers do through the grass. You don't see Ross celebrate very much. He deserves this one, though. All right, let's see if we can actually talk to him now. Here from Daytona, Ross Booth picking up another championship, a 0X race. Very impressive here once again. As man, do you ever get tired of winning these championships? What a race for you tonight.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, that was a crazy race with Tommy. That was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, you still had a lot that you had to do in this race. I mean, Cameron, by far, no slouch. Let's go ahead and be honest. He put up a good fight all season. You basically had to come in here and have a You didn't have to have a 0X race, but it definitely would have helped, and you did that tonight. What was your thoughts coming into tonight's race?
Honestly, I come every week just to have fun. Definitely the championship was on my mind, but honestly, once we got I was battling Tommy. I didn't even think about it. I just thought, oh man, how do I beat Tommy here? But that was a lot of fun. These guys race me so clean, and everyone races so clean. So you have confidence going door to door with someone in this league, and I love that.
Talk about the car this season, man. It was a new thing that the league decided to try from the GTE just to kind of mix it up and try to get some new people in here. Overall, was you satisfied with the car? I mean, I know you picked up the championship, but how do you feel about it?
I just feel moving forward, we need to get the cars on a more equal base. I just feel like if you're in the Porsche tonight, you just didn't have this speed on the straightaway, and the BMW could just go right around you, I feel. So, but in the same breath, on if we had like a really technical course, I think the Porsche would do great there. So I think overall it's a success. We've got some really fast guys that have joined the league, and hopefully they stay around for the future.
I agree, man. Well, once again, another congratulations, another championship coming your way. Shout outs and all that you want to give out?
Just thank you to you, as always, for putting on a great show, and to Terry and to Les. Obviously can't do anything without them. Actually, big shout out to Les, because I wasn't even going to buy this car. So, but yeah, shout out to Dave. I think he finished third, and Mark and Rob when he's here, and just shout out to everybody watching.
Hey, make sure you check them tires. I see people in Discord talking about it. Good job tonight, man.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Next up, we're going to go talk to Dave Hill, finishing in P3. Dave, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
P3 tonight started a little bit further back than what we normally expect here, but I mean, there was some fast guys in here tonight nonetheless, like there usually is. Talk about driving Daytona, man, in this GT4. It looked like it was a handful at times for some guys.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a huge draft fest, so that's what helped me out. I just was able to tuck in there behind once I got up behind the leaders, behind Tommy and Ross there, and just kind of ride their coattails. And then I came into the pits, and my car went up in the air, and I was like, oh crap! And then I was trying to get the tires off, so I know that cost me a couple seconds. I think I might have been able to get out before Tommy, but I was able to. I was happy just riding behind him there, and he was saving me some time. So yeah, that was not too bad run for what I started with.
Did the tires fall off for you over the course of the 30 minutes that we was out there for, or did they pretty much stay the same? I know the track came from dark to daylight. Did the track heat up? In your mind, did it change in the way the car handled?
I don't know if it was because of the track or just I was overdriving the car, but yeah, my tires were definitely toast by the end of the session there, and a couple times I thought I was gonna lose it in the bus stop the last couple laps, so I kind of backed off a bit because there's no way I was gonna catch those two again, so I just wanted to try to save third there.
Well, man, you did a great job again. It was always awesome to watch you race. You're always very fast no matter what you're racing. So shout outs and all that you want to give out.
Did Ross take the overall championship?
Did.
You know, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, big congrats to him, and yeah, he's a teammate, and yeah, good work to Wilson, and yeah, just Terry, Les, and David Barry, the guys that put this on, and you guys for broadcast, and yeah, that's about it, man.
Hey, man, great job again this season. Congrats tonight on third.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, buddy. So there you go, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. We're going to be live here in just a few moments once again for the 1987 Cup cars, hopefully. So make sure you guys tune in for all that. Hope everybody had a great night. Y'all take care as always. We'll see y'all. Thanks again to the Red Sox Racing Series and Not Your Average Green. We appreciate y'all actually having me here. It means the world to me, so thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great night. We will see y'all next season. Red Sox Racing Series. God bless.